Welcome to Motivation and Leadership. My name is Evelyn and I am a strong believer of personal leadership. You cannot lead somebody else unless you know how to lead yourself. Some time back I was given a project to do, and I was leading a group of 7 members to achieve this project. For me, working on a project is easy if I'm doing it on my own. All I have to do is to lay down plans for what I have to do when I have a time frame and work on it, and voila, it's done and I'm very successful. So that one is not that bad, unless when my procrastination sets in. So this time around I have 7 members to lead towards achieving this goal, this project, and I didn't say that that was a hard task at all, because all I have to do is sit with the team, plan what to do, when, do it, finish. It was that simple. Matter of fact, it was that simple. And that's what we did. Our first meeting was very successful. Everyone was happy until the second meeting came, and some members didn't even turn up. And we didn't have delegation of duties of who was handling what. We just knew we wanted to do ABCD. And then we started off doing what we thought was the right thing to do. And then we ended up having a few members who were committed to doing what we wanted to do. And then we end up doing extra, even after realizing that we should have other team members having roles to play and give them the roles to play. They didn't do their work, and when we realized they were not doing their work, those of us who were really doing our job, we took up the roles of others. I specifically remember I took over the work of other 2 members, and I was doing my role, their role, and everybody else, and I was also micromanaging the other people, seeing that they are doing the right thing. I have a way of doing stuff, and I believed my way of doing things was the correct one, and I wanted everyone to follow exactly that, which failed terribly, as in terribly failed, because no one wanted to be pushed. I became exhausted for doing other people's work. So at the end of the day, we did not finish the project within the time frame that I thought we would. And by the time we finished the project, it wasn't as good as it should have been, or as I thought it could be. And then we had a lot of disintegration within the team members. We had a lot of misunderstandings. We had grown apart. Everyone blaming the other why this didn't work or that didn't work. In short, it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. And I felt like I didn't deserve to lead teams, and I felt like I don't want to work with people if people don't want, because I do not understand. Seriously, I do not understand, and I wouldn't understand why someone cannot do a simple thing as standing up for a meeting, or why someone cannot do something the way it's supposed to be done as per my understanding. And that really put me off. I'm kind of a perfectionist, I think, sometimes, not all the time. And so what happened is I really didn't want to take projects anymore with other people. But the person who had given me that project, I think, saw a lot of potential in me. He called me again and gave me another project. This time around, 10 people. 10 people. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. I already had enough problems dealing with 7 people. Now I had to deal with 10 characters. I almost said no. In fact, I said no, I cannot take up that project. And I remember very well his words. He told me, Evelyn, you know you're very good in what you do. You're a good performer. You handle your own projects very well. And I know you have in you what it takes to lead a team. You may have not done so well in the first one, but that does not mean you cannot handle another project. So we sat down and we started going through what I had done in the first project. And of course, I blamed a lot of failures on my team members until my mentor put me in check. The first thing he told me is that when you're leading a team like this one, your work is not to manage the workload or to manage the project. That is not your work. You're supposed to lead your team members to manage the project. Then I'm like, oh, wait again. What do you mean my work is not to manage the project? Because I am supposed to ensure that the project is successful. Then he was like, yes, you are supposed to make sure that the project is successful. But your work is not to do the project. Your work is not to manage the project. Your work is to guide and lead your team members to lead, to manage and do this project. So I was curious, and then I was like, okay, give me more pointers on this. Then he took me through the roles, the allocation of roles. Delegate the duties to each and every person, what they are supposed to do. Have laid down regulations on what's supposed to be done. Clear, no ambiguity in anything. Have disciplinary measures. For example, if this does not happen, what will happen? For example, if you do not come for a meeting, what is the repercussion of that? And make sure it applies to everyone, including yourself, myself, that is. And then your work now is to see that every member is doing their job well. If they need your help, you give them that help, but you do not do their work. And that's when I realized, okay, I employed it and magic happened. Say magic. Magic happened, my friend. Magic happened. Regulations, procedures, communicate the vision and delegate duties and help every member to manage their role effectively. Not manage their role for them, not micromanage them, but help them manage their role. Help them only when they need your help. If they are doing well, support them, tell them good job, and let them be independent. We love to hear that we are independent. We love when people tell us we are doing our job well. We love when we are being told, yes, you've done it. And that's what I did to my team members. And magic happened. We finished the project before the time. We even exceeded our expectations. Some team members, some of them were the old members I had in the other team, by the way. They gave me a shocker. They outperformed They were very excellent, outstanding. I was like, what? So you see, what I learned from this is that leading teams is different from personal leadership. Personal leadership, you handle the workload. But when you're leading teams, you do not handle the work. And I'm not saying you don't do your job. You have to lead by example. You have your role too, of course. But your job is to guide your team members to handle the workload, to handle the project, to run your business, to run your organization. That is the work of a leader leading teams. Lead your team members effectively so that your team members can do the workload for you. I know you have what it takes to do that. I know you have what it takes to lead teams. Next time we're going to talk on how to lead your team members effectively so that you become a successful and efficient team leader. As usual, I believe in you and you should believe in yourself.